Hey, good morning, guys. Reggie Pegues here, the Prospering Dad. And I wanted to wish you guys a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. It's the middle of the week, guys, and we are halfway through. Hope you've had a phenomenal start to your week. I hope that you're getting better and better each and every day, that you're improving each and every day. Guys, if you're watching me on YouTube, now we're over here on Facebook Live. So as you guys come on now to this live, type in the comments and let me know where you're viewing me from. Type in the comments and let me know that you're watching hashtag live or you're hashtag watching the replay. If you're new, brand new, drop in the comments and type new so I know that you're a new viewer so I can welcome you. All right. As always, we'll continue with our You Are Worthy broadcast. It's Wednesday. Good morning, Caitlin. Good morning. So good to see you. It's Wednesday, guys, and it's a wonderful Wednesday. You can see in the title today, we're going to talk about the real truth about self-doubt. How do we overcome it? The real truth about self-doubt and how do we overcome it? Do you question what you're doing every day? Do you question what it is that you're doing? Do you question why you go to work? Do you question the type job that you have? Do you question your ability to be successful? Do you question your relationships? Are you constantly questioning yourself in a manner where you're actually creating confusion for yourself, that you feel uneasy, unsettled? Well, that could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing depending on how you manage it. It depends on what questions you're actually asking yourself. So you may be saying, Reggie, where are you going with this? Aren't we supposed to question ourselves? Aren't we supposed to think? Yes, but when we do think, we can use one or two philosophies or perspectives is a better way to put it. We can either have a success perspective, meaning that we're questioning in a way where we're being inquisitive and we're looking for answers to improve and get better. Or we can have what's called a failure strategy where we're questioning, but we're questioning ourselves in a way that creates doubt. So we're going to talk today about limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs. What is a limiting belief? A limiting belief is when let me start here. As always, we share that what we think is what we become. So a limited belief is when you are saying to yourself, good morning, Salika. I hope I say that correctly. Good morning. Thank you for joining. A limited belief is when we doubt ourselves, when we doubt our abilities, when we think that we cannot do something. For example, if you have a belief system whereas you don't think that you're ever going to be able to be successful at a goal or a task, or if you think that you're never going to be able to reach that goal or task, that's a limiting belief. If you think that you start off with, I can't. Good morning, Jolie, good to see you. When you start off, in your thought process is saying that you cannot do something, that I cannot get that job, or I cannot have a better relationship, or I cannot achieve this or that. That's a limiting belief. Now, the thing that we need to understand about ourselves is that, our bodies have limitations. Our bodies have physical limitations. There are certain things that we just won't be able to do. I won't be able to run as fast as I was when I was 15 as I am now at 57. I won't be able to play. Good morning, Sheila. Thank you for joining. I won't be able to, I love sports, so I won't be able to play a full court game for hours on end like I did when I was a kid. I'm still in good physical health, but Our bodies have limitations, but our minds do not. So one of the major things that we've come across is with limiting beliefs, telling ourselves that we can't do something, which creates self-doubt. It creates self-doubt no matter where we cannot go beyond what our capability is, and that goes and reflects back to what we talked about the other day about our self-image. How do you see yourself? You know, so when you are limiting yourselves because you are doubting yourself, it impacts the quality of life that you're experiencing. It impacts your ability to reach your greatness. Now, what I want to encourage you to understand is that each and every one of us, we're endowed with greatness. We are endowed with greatness from our Creator. Our Creator has given us the ability to be, do, and have. We're able to do whatever it is. So as I was saying, our bodies may have physical limitations, but our minds do not. Our minds do not. Our minds have no limitations. The only limitations that we have are the ones that we set upon ourselves or the ones that we accept from outside external influences. So, guys, if you're getting any value, type value in the comments for me, okay? If that makes sense, type value. So, we got to get beyond our limiting beliefs. We just got to get past the crap and say, listen, I can succeed. Anything that's possible for anyone is possible for me. I'm successful. I do succeed. You can do this each and every day. How do we turn this around? How do we begin to turn this around? Well, we turn this around with, I'll take you back to an earlier point that I covered in this series, which is if you don't know, each and every day, each and every one of us, we have up to almost 75,000 internal conversations with ourselves. Internal conversation. You know that little voice inside your head when you're talking to yourself? That's an internal conversation. And we have up to 75, almost 80,000 of those conversations per day. And 80% of those conversations are negative if you don't monitor them. Now, you might say, you know, it's very subtle. You might say, oh, I don't like that, or that person gets on my nerves, or that's a negative conversation. How do you turn that around? You turn that around by one of the skills that I've learned, one of the tricks, mental hacks that I've developed and I've learned is that I keep my goals focused. You know, I repeat my goals each and every day, all day. So one of the disruptors that I use so my mindset doesn't go and focus on the negative, because I don't want that energy. I don't want to project that energy, is when I catch my mind going there with something, I just repeat my goal. I just focus on my goal. For example, one of my goals is that, you know, I want to make a certain amount of money per month by adding new customers and new partners to my businesses daily. But I also attach to that, if you're not familiar, you can look it up, Matthew 7:7-8. Ask, seek, knock. Right? So I'll say my goal. I say, you know, I want X amount of dollars per month, and I want new customers and new partners joining my businesses daily. Matthew 7:7-8, and then I'll say the verse. Good morning, Nettie. How you doing? So we want to get beyond our limiting beliefs, and our limiting beliefs are directly connected and attributed to what we think. Right? Remember, as we, you know, so is a man thinketh, so is he. What we think is what we become, right? So you want to limit that. You want to take that out of your mindset. You want to catch yourself when you feel that you're drifting. Find a disruptor, something that you can focus on that's positive, that would change that mindset. Because limiting beliefs will keep you stuck, and what it does, it also creates frustration for you. It's a source of what people say is not just frustration, but, you know, it's constricting, it's binding, it stops you from reaching, it stops you from, you know, attempting to do things. Okay, so we want to get beyond our limiting beliefs. How do we do that? Well, what we focus on is what we see. What we focus on is what we see. And I'll give you an example. If you ever had let's say a car, something that you wanted, and you know the type car and the model and the make and the color and all that, right? Have you ever found it strange that once you have focused on that particular car or whatever item it is, that all of a sudden you started seeing that everywhere? Because what we focus on is what we see. So if you're focusing on prosperity in your life, then you're going to see prosperity. You're going to see opportunity. You're going to see abundance. You're going to see possibilities. But conversely, if you're focusing on the negative, if you're focusing on lack, if you're focusing on despair, you're focusing on unhappiness, if you're focusing on things that are not prosperous, that's what you're going to see. Now, the great thing is that we have the choice. We have the choice to decide what it is that we want to have in our lives. Okay? Guys, if you're getting some value, let me get some likes here. Let me get some likes right here. Let me get some thumbs right here if you're getting this. I got one more thing I want to cover in this. So, we get to determine. Lorinda, my best friend, how are you doing? Love, haven't seen you in a minute. So what we focus on is what we see, right? What we focus on is what we see. And the great thing is that we get to choose what it is that we want to see. We get to choose, as I always continuously say, we get to choose the narrative. We get to write our own story. We get to be the hero in our own rescue. But what you focus on, so if you focus on dread, if you focus on unhappiness, if you focus on, that thing, then don't be surprised, because that's what you're drawing into you. That's the energy that you're sending out, and that's what you're attracting to you. So you want to focus on what's good. You want to focus on what's positive. You want to shape your narrative. You want to take 100% responsibility for self and take control. And finally, the great thing is this. The thing that distinguishes us from anything else on the planet is that we can change what we see. What we see, what our mental image of ourselves, that we see every day. Remember Monday, I talked about the three faces or the three masks that we all have. We have the mask that we show the world. We have the mask, which is who we really are, and we have the mask of who we really want to be. And for us to really experience happiness in a full way, they have to line up. They have to align. They have to be congruent. Our message has to be congruent, because when it's not, we are in conflict with ourselves internally. And this is one of the major reasons that many people are very unhappy with themselves, because their internal message is in conflict. They have to be a certain way when they present to the world. Then there's the reality of who they are when they're with themselves, and then it's the want, need, and desire of who they want to be. And you get to choose who you want to be, but you have to become that person before it manifests. As the Bible says, faith comes before manifestation. In the natural, whatever it is that you want, need, or desire, you have to become that before it shows up. So guys, I want you to know that you're worthy. You're worthy to have the life that you want. You're worthy to have the narrative that you want, to have the life that you desire, and you're worthy to be, do, and have. You're worthy to have the things that you desire in your life. But it starts with you taking 100% responsibility. Guys, I hope you got some value out of today. Do me a favor, go over to my YouTube channel, Hollis, Hollis 205 on YouTube. Like this video today. Like any video that you watch on my channel there. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. So as I upload new content, you'll be the first to know. Hit the notification button here, particularly if you want to continue to follow me on our You Are Worthy broadcast, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern. like and share this video today because someone that you know needs this word today. Guys, think about it. You can overcome self-doubt. You can overcome self-doubt. And the real truth about self-doubt is it all stems from how you see yourself, your self-image, and if you don't like what you see, you can change the picture. Guys, it's always a pleasure to come before you each and every day. I look forward to talking to you again on Wednesdays. Again, hit the notification button here so you know when I come on. Like and share this video because somebody needs this word today. And I will talk to you guys again on Friday. Have a great Wednesday. Talk to you soon.